Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Isaiah of TheBINPodcast. And as always, welcome back. This is episode 65. We made it through 65 god dang episodes. I feel older every time. I feel real
Yes,
old.
sir.
And I just want to say hello, how you guys doing? And I'm here with my three amazing co-hosts. We got MG Nas, also known as Talking Sports with MG Nas. And then we got the cheesiest, most cringy, the most Bibleist of cheesy bees. We got Cheesy B.
Don't mind me, I'm just navigating through the NFL, MLB, and NBA news.
Shit. And then we also have the man, the myth, the legend, the great, the late. Wait, he's not dead. Take that back. The amazing Bartholomew Hub, also known as B Hub. How you doing today, guys?
I'm doing good.
Oh, Liamo B-Hub.
I got good news. I won my game. I won navigating through the news.
There you go.
That we're going to be breaking down now. So
There's a lot of news today.
I know everything.
So let's kick it off right here. MG. Let's kick it off. So what we're going to start off with today, my boy?
Today we're going to start with some NBA news, bro. I mean, look, NBA, it's a time where we're a month away from the playoffs and teams are getting going. We got a lot that's going on. The Lakers, obviously, they're the talk of the town because LeBron James is there and all that stuff.
LeBron James just dropped 50 points
I
tonight.
know, and you could have went to that game.
I know.
50 points. You got the Celtics who've been hot since the start of the new year. The Milwaukee Bucks are picking it back up. Even though the Sixers came off a loss that we won't talk about. I mean, we're 5-1 since Harden's been a Sixer. So, I mean, I think all is going good in the NBA. And like I said, this is the moment where teams start to pick it up because it's playoff time. It's about to be playoff time.
What's your news, though? Because from my game that I just did during the intro, we have some NBA news. You want to break down the news?
Listen, ladies and gentlemen.
Tonight when we're recording?
You said what, Hayden?
Did this news just happen tonight?
No. You're wrong.
How am I wrong?
It happened earlier.
But nah, I'm excited for the NBA. So today in the NBA, Hayden, you break the news since you have it ready.
Okay. Level 1 of today's episode is Greg Popovich having the most wins in NBA history.
Yes. And honestly, man, congratulations to him. At least it wasn't versus us, man. Fuck.
Yeah, shout out to Greg Popovich. I mean, I think that he's definitely the greatest coach that I've seen.
The greatest coach of all time.
Dude, it's crazy. We saw one of the greatest NFL coaches of all time and the greatest NBA coach of all time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's crazy.
And the greatest NFL player of all time and arguably the greatest NBA player of all time, too.
Fuck.
What are you talking about? Taco Fall?
Yeah.
Taco Fall. Come on, man.
Yeah, but not really much in the NBA tonight. I mean, the Lakers did win, but the only cool thing that came out of that was LeBron James dropping a 50 bomb. But all your guys' teams looking great. You guys came off a bad loss the other night, MG, against your rivals. Hayden, your team is looking great so far on a hot streak right now. So is you, B-Hub. Mr. Tatum, looking like Tatum of old, carrying the team and winning the games for you guys.
Giannis is rising in MVP talks, too, because he had 39 versus OKC on Tuesday. Next night, 41.
We just got to face it that Jokic is winning MVP.
Nah.
What happens? I mean, this is a stacked MVP race. You got Jokic, Embiid, Giannis. You got
John Morant, DeMar DeRozan.
Put Tatum up there, god dang it. Put Tatum up there.
Put LeBron James up there, too.
Shit. I mean, the thing with the MVP is that your team has to be good. And LeBron's team isn't good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, LeBron's team isn't good. But
what are you counting over there, B-Hub?
We're the 4 or 5 seed, so
he's also
put Tatum up there.
He's also counting his championships because the most championships.
Wait. He didn't see one though.
We just like that.
I saw one.
Oh,
we just like that, B-Hub. We just like that.
Hey, guys,
we just like
guys.
And then I saw us losing to the Lakers in 2010.
Guys, imagine not seeing your team win an NBA ring. Couldn't be the three of us.
Hey, it's gonna be MG this year, man. It's gonna be MG this year. I'm telling you. It's so far ever since we started this shit. I won the first.
I won the
Hayden
second.
won it.
Now
And
it's
now
that
it's
guy
MG.
or that
And
guy.
then me again. And then never be
It'd
Hub
be me.
again.
Never be
No,
up.
no, B Hub. Never be Hub.
No,
No.
it's
Fuck your Celtics, B Hub.
MG, Isaiah, me, MG, Isaiah, me, MG. Like, it's
Let me just get like 2 championships ahead of you before you guys win another one. So then I can still say I'm ahead of you guys.
Yeah, I think that's fair. What do you think?
You can win a baseball one, not NFL, not
I agree.
NBA.
Anyone but that man's team right below me can win an MLB one.
Yeah,
And
but
I'm underneath you. Yeah, okay, I'm underneath
you.
But yeah, man. Shout out to Greg Popovich though. Like seriously, I think he's one of the greatest coaches in sports history.
Oh yeah.
We're also witnessing a guy, Isaiah. I know we talk about March Madness. Coach K for Duke. This is his last year.
Yeah, this is last year.
So we're experiencing a lot of greatness, man. So greatness like this, I just appreciate it, and we get to see it night in and night out. Greg Popovich winning championships, developing guys like Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. Now he has guys like DeJounte Murray in the All-Star game. This is insane of what Greg Popovich has done. And
crazy.
Well deserved.
Hey, Greg Popovich, thank you for producing Mike Budenholzer as well. I appreciate it.
Thank you for giving us Ime Udoka. I appreciate it.
I will not thank you for giving us Brett Brown because he sucked.
Hey, thank you for giving us Bryn Forbes for the championship run. He really didn't do much.
Oh, thanks for giving us Derek White.
Yep.
You got anything to thank for Greg Popovich?
And thanks for getting your ass beat 5 times to let us see a championship. And also, fuck you. You fucking retired us from the Forum and the fucking Staples Center. You asshole.
Yeah, the Lakers played the Spurs their last game. And the Lakers played the Spurs their last game at the Forum.
I thought you were
Tis. And they won both games.
They won. But I think that's it with the NBA.
Yeah. So let's get straight into the NFL. Ladies and gentlemen, this whole week has been amazing insanity. But, we have very important news with one of our guys. We're going to keep that to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start off with the first thing that happened this week. One of the first things that happened this week. I think it was the second thing that happened this week. Finally, he's gone. No more Russell Wilson.
Hey, you don't got to worry about Russ, but you better watch out for Deshaun, which we'll break down later.
So what Isaiah is crying about or being happy about is that Russell Wilson got traded away from the Seahawks to the Denver Broncos. And if you don't know, Isaiah's a 49ers fan, true and true, through and through. And the Niners just never beat Russell Wilson in a long time. Even this past year when the Seahawks were bad and the Niners made the playoffs, still can't beat Russell Wilson. So now Isaiah doesn't have to worry about it anymore. I mean, this is a good move. The AFC West is stacked. You got Herbert. You got Mahomes. Derek Carr made it to the playoffs last year. And you cap that off with Russ. I think it's the best division in football when it comes to talent. You got Courtland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, Javonte Williams, Melvin Gordon on the offense. So
I'd still say the NFC West is the best division in football.
I don't know, bro.
I'll say on paper right now.
On paper, it's the AFC West.
But you don't know how things are going to play out.
We don't know. But right now, from what it looks, we have the best division of football in the West Coast, and it's the AFC side of it. So, but B-Up, your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are, congrats to the Denver Broncos on getting another great franchise quarterback. And let's be honest, Russell Wilson was their second option because we all know they wanted Aaron Rodgers. They got Nathaniel Hackett for that reason, so they could lure him over. So after Aaron Rodgers decided to go back to Green Bay, they were like, you know what? All right. Why not get a guy that's younger, get a guy that has a longer contract, and his future is already like set in stone. You have him under contract, and you can actually get a guy that you can build around on the long term and not the short term, like Aaron Rodgers compared to Russell Wilson. Mm-hmm. They traded 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, a 5th. They also traded Drew Lock, which is get rid of him. You're getting Russell Wilson, which is like 100 times better. You're trading Shelby Harris, who's a nice defensive player, but with salaries and stuff, you had to let someone like that go. You trade Noah Fant. They have Albert O, who's another great tight end. They who can finally get opportunities. So I just think it's a win for a team like the Denver Broncos when you have to go full all in, when you have a great defense, you have all these weapons, and you got to play the Kansas City Chiefs in one of the toughest divisions in football. So I like the move.
And with that, their defense still looks good, but they still look to add
almost everything.
They still look to add a couple of pieces. Mr. Von Miller, what seems to be him pointing to the direction of, I want to come back. I want to come back and run it back. And honestly, he should. He loves Denver. He loves Denver. Denver, honestly, low key, fleeced the NFC West. They didn't give up much for Von Miller. They got back something from Von Miller, and then they got
him back.
And they got more. They're gonna get him back. And then you get a guy like Russell Wilson, who's been an absolute menace to the 49ers. You know, the Niners are 3-23 versus Russell Wilson in his career. I was like, bro. I seen all three wins.
The thing with that is, I mean, the Rams got a Super Bowl out of it, so I don't think they're complaining at all.
I think it's a win-win.
I think it's a win-win as well, but if they get Von Miller back, that'd be crazy. I mean, free agency coming up here. I believe by our next episode, we'll be talking about some free agent signings, so we'll definitely see where he goes, and I'm ready, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I just realized that.
So, not only did we get that news, but we got another trade.
I want to talk about
We got another trade, though.
Oh, yeah, Hayden, what's on your my boy? Hayden didn't speak on this.
Yeah,
not
I was
a trade.
Busy getting this jersey on. I love it. I love it because I finally get to see Melvin Gordon and Russell Wilson in the same backfield again. I think this was a great trade, though, for the both teams, honestly, because your team looking to go into a rebuild, getting rid of Russ. You got 2 first-round picks, a great tight end who is 23. And Noah Fant, you still got DK, you still got Lockett. All you basically need is like a decent O-line and a little bit on defense.
It's the Seahawks.
I know.
All I'm gonna say.
I know.
It's the Seahawks.
But things change. Things happen. They change. But mainly improve that defense and that O-line first, and try and make an asset for someone else. What was that face for, Isaiah?
I had a question.
Yes.
Now that everyone gave their opinion on this, before we go to other news, do the Seahawks draft a quarterback?
No.
If they don't get Desean Watson,
I was going to say that later.
That leads into our other news. Desean Watson, ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause, bro. I am so happy, and I am I'm just so happy. My man's damn beat the case, bro. You hate to see people like this get wrongly accused, be accused of shit they didn't do, and get basically their lives ruined. Bro, Desean Watson, bro, you a fighter, you a dog. I believe in you all the way, my boy.
A dog on the podcast.
And I can't wait to see you play. I just hope to God you don't go to Seattle. And this goes into this next question. Do Seattle, with all the assets that they got, do they trade for Desean Watson, knowing that the last couple of years they have not been very so good at drafting in these early rounds? Do you think Seattle has what it takes? They could give up a guy like Tyler Lockett and not a Drew Lock. They could trade Drew Lock somewhere else to collect more cash space and rebuild what they had in the early 2010s.
2010s, yeah.
Now, here's the thing. I'm going to probably be alone on this, which is completely fine. But I don't think they get Desean Watson. Now, a lot of people are saying, and you guys might say, well, he's a younger quarterback than Russ. It would be so great if they replace Russell Wilson with a younger quarterback, right? But here's the reason why Russell Wilson is not a Seahawk in the first place. Is because they needed to build around him, and they did not have the assets to build around him because they lost assets to the Jamal Adams trade. So if you give away all your assets to get Desean Watson, you're still going to have a bad O-line. You're still going to have a bad defense. You're still going to be 3rd or 4th in that NFC West. You need to build around a quarterback who's on a rookie contract, which Drew Lock is, unless they draft one, and use all the capital that you would trade for Watson to build a good team. If you get for Watson, you're just getting a great player with a bad team around them because you have no capital to build around that. So build a team first, and then get a franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
You got to build around someone who's on a rookie contract, or at least have a guy that's on a rookie contract, so you can build the rest, get your guy, and then move on. Because I don't want this to be a situation where Desean Watson makes it with the Texans, where he has a bad line, he goes 4-12, but he had the best season of his life. You know, so that's why I say the Seahawks shouldn't do it, and I think they're smart enough so they won't do it. Because why? That's the reason Russ is wanted out. No O-line, no defense. So they will not trade for Watson, and I don't think they should.
I agree with you 100%, MG. I think that what they with the next news, which with the Seahawks we got more and more. With what they did on the defense, when I saw that, I was like, okay, they're rebuilding. Because when Russ got traded, I was like, okay, there's a couple QBs they might want to try and go after, try and have like a down year to try and get a good pick, and then with that good pick, draft like one of these top QBs next year, like CJ Stroud and Bryce Young. I've been watching a Olave film, and I've been falling in love. But
Brennan Armstrong's QB1.
Yeah, but like getting like guys that like you should know that you'll have like a for sure starter. That's what I see the Seahawks doing this year. Just they got the 2 first. You can get your franchise guy next year in the draft. Just start building the whole line up through this year. And I think where Desean Watson's gonna go is Indianapolis.
I love it. I love that answer.
Okay. All right, Isaiah, you want to go before me, or do you want me to go?
Go ahead. You look ready, my boy. You look like you ready, my boy.
I completely agree, because they would pretty much be in the same spot the Seattle Seahawks will be if you trade for a guy like Desean Watson. You will be not going anywhere, and you got to pay this man, I don't know, maybe more than a Russell Wilson or around the same amount of money. So you can't really build around them. And my hot take, I think Desean Watson will be a Carolina Panther. I believe it makes sense because you have a wide open division. They have a head coach. They have a head coach who's going to get fired if they don't make a move. And if you trade for a guy like Desean Watson, they can win that division because it's a wide open division, and they have to go all in, or their head coach will be fired.
Yeah, but you can say the same thing about the AFC West with the Colts too, as well. Because you got
AFC North.
That's true.
Yeah, AFC South. We both
South.
I just don't think the Colts will trade all their capital again.
I think, but it's for a guy like Desean Watson, not Carson Wentz.
And
that's fair, but
right?
Like,
when I look at the Colts,
this, Taylor.
No, motherfucker, no. Jimmy G is gonna be a coach, you assholes.
Why not get a guy that's a proven winner instead of a guy that you're going to trade all your assets for the build around? Because they still need the build around.
Well, Isaiah,
they're not a perfect product.
We're talking about scenarios.
Please, just someone take Jimmy G, bro. Just please, I don't care. Just someone take it.
Speaking of Jimmy G, I say if you don't got anything to say about this.
Oh, someone reportedly is offering the 49ers a 2nd-round pick for Jimmy Garoppolo, and the reason we haven't, and for some god reason why we haven't accepted it, is angering me. We better not be playing for the long game and hoping someone else gives us a first, because if we are waiting for that first, I'm gonna break a table. I'm flipping this desk.
Are you pulling a Bills fan?
Mm-hmm.
If Jimmy Garoppolo was watching this podcast, for some reason, if Jimmy Garoppolo is watching this, all respect to you, my guy.
Oh, fuck you. Leave my team, asshole. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
All respect to Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm looking into Jimmy Garoppolo.
Hey, you have Trey Lance.
Your eyes. You are not worth a 1st-round pick. That's it. Take the 2nd, San Francisco. If the organization of the Niners watching this, you take what you can get. Garoppolo is a game manager.
But when you do accept it,
you're not going to get it.
When you do accept
this is my
shout
theory.
Out our boy LA Faithful. When you do accept it.
Yeah.
This is my theory.
And make sure when you make the trade, make sure you say, make sure you let us know first, and we'll break the news on the Ben podcast so we can get sources.
I'm gonna cry. Why is my hair so fucking trashy?
But
boy.
I got a question for everyone since we're on the topic.
Oh, you got a mohawk, yo!
Oh,
you're going the mullet. You're getting the mullet, Hayden.
I'm going to be going for the mullet. This was a little like fail.
Since we're on the topic of Garoppolo, we'll let Isaiah go last.
Yes.
Where's Jimmy Garoppolo going? We'll start off with B.
he will be an Indianapolis Colt. And let me say why. I think they will use the picks they gathered from the Carson Wentz trade to trade for a guy like Jimmy G. I don't see him as a first or second. I think you could give him a third and a fourth. I think at some point the 49ers will be reluctant to give him away because you need cap space. They need a little more cap space so they can pay some players and maybe get some people in free agency. So I see him being an Indianapolis Colt.
I'll go. I think he's not going to be a Colt. He's going to be a Carolina Panther.
Carolina. He's going to go Carolina.
Or, actually, I thought of a better team that I now agree with. He's going to be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Replace Tom Brady.
But I don't think that's going to happen, though.
Boys.
Tom Brady comes out of retirement and go to the Packers.
I got one.
We started rolling in the playoffs.
I'm going to let y'all know. I was thinking between the Steelers, the Buccaneers, and the Colts, right?
Yeah.
But I got a team that he could go to because they're going to lose the quarterback they have starting this year. They're going to want to develop and let Jimmy sit over a guy for a year. He's going to go to the Saints. They're going to draft the quarterback, let him sit under Garoppolo for a year. He's going to go to the Saints, bro. I don't know, bro. They got a new coach. They're going to get a new environment. You start off your rebuild with a proven guy, a proven vet like Jimmy Garoppolo. The Saints could do it, but they have to clear up cap space first. If they can get some money off their books and do that, they clear up cap space. The Saints can do it, bro. They can get Jimmy Garoppolo, clear up some cap, get a guy to sit over. Let's say they draft Kenny Pickett. Let's say they draft Matt Corral. Let's say they draft
small hand man.
You want to sit a guy because this draft class is not like a day one starter. This is a draft class that needs to develop. You get a guy like Jimmy to help develop your guy. Just wait until see how Trey Lance is next year. I know Jimmy's not the best quarterback. I know he's not the most skilled, but he has a really good IQ and he's a proven winner. And the Saints are going to see that. They're going to develop their quarterback. Jimmy G's going to New Orleans, bro.
Okay.
Isaiah. Where's Garoppolo?
Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Ooh.
Pittsburgh just needs a quarterback, and Pittsburgh low key a lot of teams need one, but I think Pittsburgh is going to be the smart team. I feel like they're gonna be the team they want. I think they're gonna draft Pickens. I think they're gonna be the team. I think people need to realize this, or even I forget his name. I don't want to sound racist, but the black QB, I forget his name.
Malik Willis.
No one's talking about him. Like, I understand he has raw talent, very raw talent, and I feel like maybe a year or two under a Garoppolo could be good. I mean,
see, that's what I was thinking with the Saints, though. Like, they draft a guy like that, and he can sit because anyone who's going to draft a rookie, I think you go after Garoppolo, bro. He can teach these young quarterbacks how to win because he's been to two NFC championships. He's played in one Super Bowl. Was the backup for the other one. He knows what the big game feels like, bro. So, I think that's a good conversation. But before we leave the NFC West, Isaiah, we got to talk about the best linebacker, who was
Bobby fucking Wagner's gone. Thank you, God.
He beat you
Now stay in the NFC West and come to San Francisco.
No, go to the NFC North and come to Green Bay.
No, fuck you.
Come to us. We'll take you.
Fuck you, B-Hub.
B-Hub's like, come to us.
We have Dan Quinn.
I come in peace. I'm B-Hub. I'm coming peace.
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 Peace and love.
Yeah.
But B-Hub, what's your thoughts on Bobby Wagner?
Oh, first initial reaction, I was surprised that they didn't move him or trade him. But second, initial reaction was that no one was going to take that contract because they already knew they were going to release him. And it's crazy that you release your best defensive player. I'd say currently, Jamal Adams will be the guy now, but this guy still had a...
In their history.
In their history. It's crazy.
Sherman.
Bobby Wagner is better than him.
Bobby Wagner did more for the team.
Chancellor was different. I'm sorry.
Bobby Wagner is better than Cam Chancellor. I'm sorry.
Bobby Wagner is up there with the greats, bro, and his career ain't even done yet, bro.
Bobby Wagner is that dude. Let me read y'all some stats right here, bro. Bobby, and I don't like to be the stats nerd, but the age of 32, this season, he played all 16 games at the age of 32.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know you're like, games played, but it's hard for people to play a lot of games. He had 170 tackles at the age of 32. All pro. Pro bowler. At 32? Getting 170 bodies to the turf? That's 170, bro. Come on, bro. He's the second leader. He was second in tackles this year. At the
Guess
age
who
of
was first,
32.
Hayden?
Bobby and
Who?
the Seahawks said,
Campbell?
nope,
Oh,
nope.
don't care.
The Seahawks said, nope. Actually, leading tackler, shout out to the Atlanta Falcons, Foyo Sade Aluakan.
What the fuck?
Underrated linebacker. But yeah,
He's
Bobby
one?
Wagner's out. And he got cut. And the team that's gonna get a 32-year-old who can get 170 tackles, bro, a veteran linebacker, high IQ, knows how to read the offense, captain of your defense, 170 tackles. Whoever gets him, hey, bro, you gonna get a generational linebacker. He's one of the greatest linebackers ever, top 10 linebacker of all time, in my opinion. And
Top
he's
5.
one of the best in his generation.
The
Probably the best.
greatest of our
Patrick
generation.
Willis and he's the best we've seen since Patrick Willis and Wade Lewis. Ray Lewis, I'm sorry.
He's just a
I
tackling
remember
machine.
the debate: Luke Kuechly or Bobby Wagner.
And I think it's Bobby. I think it's Bobby, bro.
Bro,
I done been saying it's Bobby, bro.
Shout out
Bro,
to
right
Luke
now.
Kuechly, though. Luke Kuechly was a dog.
Luke Kuechly was. He was the white G. Wait.
But who's gonna get Bob? Who do y'all think is gonna get Bobby
Green
Wagner?
Bay.
So reports that all the NFC West teams are interested.
NFC West Cowboys.
The Cowboys, yeah.
I wonder why. It's not because he's from California, right?
Now Bobby Wagner is interesting because at first when he got released, I'm like, no way he's going to NFC West teams. But when I seen how the Seahawks had no communication with him, he just randomly let him go.
He would be that guy to be like, I'm playing you twice a year.
Like Sherman.
And he's going home.
He's going to
Is he going
Cardinals.
LA?
That defense
Yo.
will be godly.
Do the Reds
I'm
do
home
it?
with
Do they
this.
stack up their defense and get Bobby Wagner with Khalil Mack, Derwin
No.
James? Speaking of that, I guess that brings us into our next topic. Khalil Mack,
Khalil motherfucking Mack. Mack
the Mack
attack.
Daddy.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
Not healthy the last
yeah.
last year and a half, but he's still
Oh.
one of the best.
Let's go.
All right, but I wanna start off with this,
I want to go.
and I want to say this was the best trade possible for both teams. You get a generational talent like Khalil Mack when healthy, is a top 3 pass rusher, and I don't know what else to say. You got the third best. You got possibly the best pass rusher when healthy, and you traded away a second and a 6th. I know people are gonna be bitching and whining like, the Bears didn't get much. They got fleeced. The Bears didn't get fleeced. They sold for what he was worth. You're getting rid of that big contract. The Bears are gonna be over 120 million cap next year.
Yeah.
You want a lot of
For the offseason. They are going to go all out next year. And they got cap space now. They got a lot of cap space this year. I quite honestly think the Bears won this trade. The Bears are a good team that can trade good in these later rounds. That 6th round pick, they know how to trade in these late rounds. They've had great talents in the late rounds. The early rounds, they've been good here and there. But I honestly think it's a dub for both sides. And honestly, it's just going to have to be play out how Mac plays. If Mac plays good and helps the Chargers win a championship, then of course it's going to be the Chargers. But if the Bears can go into next year with a good record and knowing they have all this cap space to drag in some people to come in, they're a Super Bowl contender. Justin Fields is the guy. I think Justin Fields is going to be the menace of the North for a couple of years.
Hey, Isaiah, there's a flaw in your plan. The Bears do not have and never will have a good QB. The best QB is Jay Cutler and Jim McMahon.
Hey, bro.
This Jim McMahon, he's the greatest of all time.
Yeah, bro, we literally changed the entire server into Jim McMahon, right?
This man.
Shout out to the Sports Fury.
Yeah, shout out to T.
But yeah, bro, I think this trade is insane. I mean, the Bears, Isaiah hit it on the nail. They're the late round kings, bro. They know how to draft there.
I ain't scared. Because I got rid of Eddie Goldman as well, so I ain't scared of them.
B-Hub, your
All right.
calculations.
According to my calculations, I give the slightest of edges to the Chargers. Because you want to know why?
Why?
Because it is a stacked division, and they had to make a move after all the moves their division has made.
Mhm.
And I give the slight edge because on the short term, like what if Khalil Mack, gets like 12 plus sacks, stuff like that. And also the Bears, remember, they traded a lot of draft capital to get Khalil Mack, and all you get in return is a 2nd and 6.
Yeah.
It's not because of the talent, it's because he hasn't been able to stay healthy, coming off a foot injury the year before, having like a knee sprain. But I feel like we'll see a pretty dominant Khalil Mack with a Joey Bosa, and the Chargers have to make this move, and they're trying to build around Justin Herbert on a rookie contract to try to go far in the playoffs. And also, the Bears made the right move in this way because they need to build around Justin Fields, because in the long term, we don't even know what the best team is going to be, because in 2 to 3 years, maybe Aaron Rodgers is gone, maybe Devontae Adams is gone, and they could be the team to beat. So get an offensive line with Justin Fields, build around him properly, and the Bears will be set in around 3 years, 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, I think I still think the Bears are going to be the team to be in a couple of years going into this. I mean, I still love Green Bay, and let's stay in the North, ladies and gentlemen. The last choke. It's not going to be the last choke. They're going to choke some more. Aaron Rodgers agreeing to a big old contract.
No, he did not.
It's not? What's the contract?
It's his contract he has. He's just coming back.
Oh, he's just going to finish it off. Okay.
Yeah,
so
that's
Aaron
right
Rodgers is taking his contract, and they're going to franchise tag Devontae Adams, basically having the same team from last year, except for Campbell. We don't know when.
We don't know yet.
Campbell is a iffy there, and Rasul Douglas as well is a iffy guy on that. So far so good for Green Bay. Honestly, the cap is fake, ladies and gentlemen.
It is.
And fuck you, Hayden.
I don't know if it's fake. I gotta get rid of everyone.
Hold on, Isaiah. Why are you mad?
Because I'm a 49er fan, bro. I don't want to see Aaron Rodgers play in this fucking Yeah, but still.
But remember, he's 0-12.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh,
but had they
also
won any of those 4 times? No. Has Aaron Rodgers?
But
Yes.
you guys haven't won in a while either, buddy.
Fuck you. Is that your mood right now, Isaiah?
No, that's the Raider fans' moods. Look at bro, they're fucked.
Oh, yeah,
I think they're pretty happy today after signing Max Crosby.
Oh yeah, Max Crosby signed to a 98.9 4-year contract, bro. Extension. What a fucking goon. But we all know Nick Bosa laughing at his contract, knowing damn well he about to get $200 million, bro, a year.
Bro, you guys are fucked.
Bosa, what's up, B-Hub? How you doing?
All right.
Hi, BM.
Just a little nugget about the Max Crosby stuff. He signed it on the 2-year anniversary.
Tell me on what? Say again?
He signed the contract on his 2-year sober anniversary. So congrats.
There you go, bro.
Max Crosby.
Sober.
Congrats to the Raiders fans. They actually had something positive come out of this offseason. Yeah. And let's get back to talking about the Packers, who are going to choke again.
Oh, yeah. About the Packers, I mean, they had to. You want to keep contending? Bring back Rodgers, make him happy. Tell him what he wants to hear. Bring back Devontae. Pay Devontae the big bank next year, and then be screwed in cap the year after that. But then somehow find a way to just rig the cap again.
Rig it.
But all seriousness though, Packers did what they had to do. I'm not surprised. Max Crosby, he deserves it. His last 2 seasons have been really, really good. Stepped up, did what he did. Since he became sober, which congrats to him, you can just tell how his NFL career was just different. How he just went on a better path and how he showed how dominant he could be. Shout out to Max Crosby.
And also, I think it's smarter to sign him now, because what if Nick Bosa gets paid, I don't know, $120 million or something like that? Then they would probably have to pay Max Crosby more, who's, I believe, in his 3rd year. So I think it was smart to pay him now.
I want to go now. I've been waiting patiently. I want to start off with Max Crosby. Congrats. That is a huge milestone. It's 2 years sober. It's a very hard thing to do. I know that firsthand. Not from myself, but from someone else. But congrats, Max Crosby, Raiders fan. Enjoy it. You have a great stud in the works. Now, let's talk about this. I love it. I don't have to cry. I don't have to replace this pitcher. So I'm not complaining. It's good, too, because it's like... Honestly, I'm kind of starting to be on the bandwagon saying trade Jordan Love for sign Rodgers for 4 years. Just because from what we've been seeing from Love, I'm going to have optimism for him. I am, but he's not the guy. Jordan Love, if you're watching this, I love you. I don't hate you, but Rodgers is my guy. He always has been. He's been my guy since the day I was basically born. He was about to come into the NFL. But Aaron Rodgers is always my guy, so.
Can I say something about Jordan Love?
What? I want to say one more thing before we move on to Jordan Love. I have a message to the Bears fans. I own you, and I still own you.
You don't own them. You don't even do anything.
Technically, the fans are the owners of the Packers, and Aaron Rodgers works for the Packers, and Aaron Rodgers is the owner of the Bears.
All I'm saying is, if the Packers don't win, this is one of the biggest franchise busts of all time, in like the last decade.
So you calling Dan Marino a bust?
I'm just saying because they didn't win a championship after going all in. The Dolphins never really gave Dan Marino everything to go all in.
He will never be a franchise bust. He'll probably be the franchise boom, but
I'm just saying their franchise is a bust from not winning after going all in.
Oh yeah. Then if we do not win going all in, we better rebuild, or I'm going to be pissed. All right. Now,
it's going to be probably 3 years too late.
MG, you want to move into Jordan Love? I'll let you guys go first.
First round quarterback who's not going to get opportunities still. I mean, it sucks. But if I'm the Green Bay Packers, why would you draft a quarterback in the first round and you not use them? And I don't want to hear the Rodgers to Favre comparisons. Oh, we drafted Rodgers and he had to win. Jordan Love. If I'm wrong, in 10 years, I will come on this podcast if we still have it and say I'm wrong. But Jordan Love is not going to be the Rodgers to Favre transition. It's not going to be that. Why would you draft a first round?
Let me tell you why. Because this organization loves to cause me pain. That's why. And the thing is, this is not a Favre and Rodgers situation, and the Packers fans have to realize it, because all Jordan Love will be is like a Mitchell Trubisky type player. I love Mitchell Trubisky. He has potential. We can talk about it when he gets signed. But that's what he will be. He's not going to be Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers was supposed to go 1. Jordan Love was predicted in the 2nd round. And we traded up for him.
You traded up for him to not use him in the first 3 years.
We could have had T. Higgins, who just played in the Super Bowl. Patrick Queen. Devontae Campbell, Patrick Queen. Ooh, we could have had
Michael Pittman Jr.
Michael Pittman. Chase Claypool. Heck, Jonathan Taylor.
This brings me happiness.
Isaiah, what's your thoughts?
Fuck you guys. You guys just ruined the player's career, bruh. These are assholes for that.
You just wanted to bring the love.
Well, y'all could have had Brandon Ayuk or T. Higgins, but y'all fucked
T.
up.
Higgins, you guys traded up in front of us for Ayuk.
L, bitch. I wanted to hear you say that, L.
I just fell right into his trap.
Record it down now.
Hub, what is this to your calculations?
The Packers are fucked.
They're probably winning the title, bro.
We actually are not that fucked. We just have to get through this year for cap.
Boys.
What?
Before we move on outside of football, I got a couple more things we can talk about. Okay. Carson Wentz. He's on the move again.
Again?
Yeah,
no
bro.
way. MG,
where
is he going? Where is he going?
He's coming back to the NFC East.
Giants?
To the Washington Commanders.
Wait, I thought they were the no-names.
Now they're the Commanders, bro.
Oh my god.
They have a name.
Finally.
gonna go first actually.
Okay.
I won't be able to go second as the NFC East fan.
That's
First off,
putting you on the spot.
I never thought it would be a world where me as an Eagles fan, you as a Cowboys fan, would cheer against Carson Wentz in the same year. If you would have told me 2 years ago, me and you will both be cheering against Carson Wentz in the same season, I'd have been like, what are you talking about, bro? Carson Wentz,
after 1 year with the Colts? Huh?
We traded him to the Colts, the Eagles. We got a conditional first, which we got the first, and we got a third. Howie Roseman, we won the trade. Thank you. End of discussion. Carson Wentz had a pretty decent season. Week 18 against the Jaguars. They win, they're in the playoffs. They lose, they're out. Against the Jaguars, you win, you're in the playoffs. You lose, you're out. Wentz lost to the worst team in football when it mattered.
The clown show.
That was enough for Frank Reich, the Colts front office and ownership to say, that's it. We give up. Philly, you won the trade. Carson Wentz, get out of here. Washington, desperation. They didn't get Russ. They didn't get Rodgers. And they weren't impatient. Hold on, guys. They weren't patient to wait for Watson to get cleared. They said, we go get Carson Wentz. Thank you. Thank you, Washington, for getting him. Because now when he plays us, how his career ended, and I have respect for Wentz still, but how his career ended with Philly, I can't wait to play him again. I cannot wait. And that's not. It's not. This is, I want to say too, for the Philadelphia fans, this is not a Ben Simmons situation where he comes back and no, not that at all. But I just can't wait to play him again. Come back to Philadelphia and we're cheering against him because honestly, that's going to be interesting.
Washington, so, I made you a sweet L.
Thank you, Colts, for just basically confirming that we won the trade with you guys.
Beautiful, Colts.
Thank you.
Amazing job. Proud of you.
B-Hub, what is your thoughts on this as the NFC East guy as well?
As another NFC East fan, I am
trash, garbage. The both of Jews.
That's tough.
I'm a Jew.
No, like you. I said that's how Mexicans say Jew. Like when they say it in English, they try to say Jew.
I was like, dang, what did I do? But it's just another Band-Aid as quarterback for the Washington Commanders. Commander Carson, baby. But this is all like, if Frank Reich can't fix Carson Wentz, who was Carson Wentz's biggest supporter, had his biggest success under him, I just think there's nothing that could save this man. He plays hero ball every week, makes timely mistakes. Yes, his stats look good, but when you have Jonathan Taylor, you got to look good somehow. And it's just another Band-Aid as a quarterback because, let's be honest, no one wants to go to Washington to play. Their stadium is shit. Their Pikes leak shit. It's just a terrible franchise. No quarterback wants to go there. And I don't even think Carson Wentz wants to be there.
I agree.
So, well, that's too damn bad.
It's another Band-Aid quarterback. They'll finish, 7-10. Let's just hope they stay healthy, though.
You want to know my reaction to the Carson Wentz trade?
These nuts. I wish that was real. What?
I wish we could skip those last 10 seconds of seeing him do that.
Well, that's my honest reaction.
I'm just saying your acting is not very good, sir.
But, ladies and gentlemen, anything on before we move on to the most important news of the night? The most importance of importance?
Before we go over to a different sport, I would like to say to all the Sixers fans, after this loss, we finally have been humbled a little bit.
Y'all got humbled. Y'all got humbled. Guess what?
I'm still coming after that ring.
Let's go, MG. Nah, Sixers all the way, bitches. Fuck all you motherfuckers. Philly for life. I'm a Philly fan. I'm a part-time Philly fan.
We running it back. I don't give a fuck about them Sixers. Fuck them Sixers.
Eagles fans, we gonna be really active in the offseason. So let's just enjoy it. Don't say we're gonna get everyone in the world, and let's enjoy the offseason.
MG, no matter what you say, they're gonna do that. No matter what you say, they're gonna do that.
We got 3 first-round picks. We got cap space to do things in free agency. Let's enjoy the offseason. and I'm excited for basketball and football,
We
baby.
just got
But
Same here.
have anything else to say? Go for it. If not, I'm ready to move on to our next topic.
Goodbye, Amari Cooper.
Isaiah.
Goodbye, Leo
L,
Collins.
L. Oh yeah, I forgot
L,
about that. B-Hub, how do you feel about your
L.
Cowboys clearing up space and all that too? That was one of the things we didn't talk about.
If DeMarcus Lawrence was willing to take a pay cut and restructure, we would be able to keep at least one of them.
L.
But Amari Cooper just doesn't show up in the big game. He doesn't show up on the road. So this has to happen. And we're prioritizing a guy coming off a torn ACL to stay on this team. So
L.
let's hope we just get something good. And I'm ready for free agency to start so I can just clear my mind after this week. We'll just
L.
How do you feel about Jerry Jones getting sued by his daughter? Question mark? Question mark?
All right. If this is true, terrible, terrible thing to do. I just want the truth to come out. And if that is indeed his daughter, that's fucked up. Just fucked up. I don't know how you have a child and you don't want to be in their life. That's my way of looking at it. You did that. You conceived a child, and you're making them sign stuff so you don't pretty much ever see them, and they don't even know who you are as a father.
Yeah. Hey, B-Up,
Just- Truth just come out.
imagine having to have a shit owner. Couldn't be my team. Imagine having an owner. Couldn't be my team.
Imagine getting the same two players back every year just to lose to the 49ers in the playoffs.
Yay!
Imagine not even getting to the NFC Championship since the 90s.
I hate to be that guy.
As you.
I hate to be
Hey,
that
we've
guy.
been to the NFC Championship game since the 90s. What do you mean?
Hold up, hold
we
up,
won a
hold
Super
up,
Bowl
hold
in
up.
the 2010s.
It's the 90s.
Hold up.
You heard me.
I hate to be the guy. I'm a diehard Eagles fan when I say this. The Cowboys have more Super Bowls, Hayden. Shut up.
I don't
Thank
give a
you.
fuck. We're better than them. They were
It's a down.
overrated as fuck in the 90s,
like
and I'll
both-
argue anyone. The Niners were better.
Hayden, you both lost your first playoff game you played this year. Shut up. You both.
I was like, wait, what did you just say?
Don't get me to this. Don't be putting me to your bullshit.
Hey, I'm
But,
saying the Niners were better in the 90s than the Cowboys.
But anything else?
Yes.
Nothing else?
Yes.
No?
Yes.
What?
Hey, Bears. L. Okay.
Okay.
Why are they getting L? They actually made a smart move.
L. They cut Eddie Goldman. L.
No. I want to get us
Okay.
into our next topic, ladies and gentlemen.
No. I have a special thing to say. Guess what's back? Back again. Isaiah, take it from here. Back again.
What's one of them fucking gonna die? Let's go!
Wait, MG, you want to tell them what they said?
Huh?
You want to tell the people what Isaiah just said? Because he was
I'm
a
deaf,
little
so I can't do it.
You got it. Go ahead.
The MLB is back, baby.
Baseball's back, bitches. Baseball's back, and it's back better than ever. Let's go, baby. Dodger baseball coming back soon.
No, not Dodgers. Not Dodgers.
Brewer baseball commitment.
Baby.
No, Brewer
Can't wait to
baseball
wake
commitment.
up. Can't wait to wake up going to work, finding out Freddie Freeman's going to be a Dodger.
Hey,
You know?
I can't wait to wake up knowing that the Packers will be in the Super Bowl next year. But we all get wishes that we can't. Hey, but we all get wishes that won't happen. Freddie Freeman's going back to Atlanta. But does
What you
anyone
mean?
be up? You're a baseball expert, you would say, besides you and Isaiah in the group more than me, MG. What is the terms of the new negotiation? Like, what are some new rule changes?
Let's just say
Calculation be up.
we have an extended playoffs. It is the 12 teams, and we actually get to see the best teams face against each other. We get more playoffs. Baseball playoffs are one of the best because it's not one game, but for the wild card it was one game. But it's one of the best playoffs, and I believe the players kind of caved in because they want to get paid and play baseball. But they did great things for minor league baseball, paying more players. The average salary has gone up, and they extended the draft, made it 20 rounds, I believe now, or something like that. And I'm just glad that baseball is back. We can say that. And spring training started today or yesterday. That's crazy.
Be up. There was one
I'm
more
ready
thing
for
you
baseball,
forgot
baby.
about. There's one more thing you forgot about. There's a pitching clock now.
Pitching clock. They're gonna try to test out a robot in like the minor leagues,
Also,
and that
universal
is
DH.
fantastic. Universal DH. I am so happy that that's here. We get to
Yes,
see more
sir.
excitement. They banned shifts also. They banned shifts to mix more of an offensive game.
For anyone in the chat who does not know what a DH is, would you care to explain, Bia?
Designated hitter.
There
He
we
hits
go.
only.
Everyone knows it's a
I
designated.
know, but you never know with some
It's a
people in the chat.
designated hitter to where someone is only in the lineup for hitting and nothing else.
Well,
And he
we have
substitutes
some
the
people
pitcher,
in this chat
and he's
who
not
don't know
able to play
baseball.
the field.
My guts.
Yeah. A DH substitutes the pitcher as a hitter, and he's not good enough to play the field, but his main attribute is
Oh,
hitting the
fuck.
baseball.
What?
So he just
Okay.
hits. So that's the DH, and universal DH is here. We're going to see more offense. We're going to see more home runs, and Rafael Devers is winning MVP.
I think you mean Christian Yelich is going to come back and win MVP. Be back to his old self.
I'd be surprised if he plays 100 games.
Please, Christian Yelich, please.
Fuck you, bruh.
Bro,
Fuck
just
you,
let
Hayden.
me have my Milwaukee teams, okay?
Me. How about you get some bitches instead?
Bitch, I'm working on it with Tinder, okay?
Alright, but ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great night, a great week for sports in a very long time, guys. So anything else you guys want to talk about before we head the doors, go to bed?
Yeah, hockey. Go ahead.
Oh, ain't nobody get the fuck out of here. Ain't nobody watching
Say
him no
Bro,
more.
this.
don't make me get Cypress. He'll kick your ass.
By the time our next episode's out, me and Isaiah will have already done special things.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
March
keep an
Madness.
eye out. Me and Bia might be doing something special in the summer.
Anyways, yeah, so me and Isaiah will probably be doing something. And I can't wait for it. This week, me and Isaiah got some plans, so check that out. I'm excited for baseball back, so check us out, man. March Madness.
Get ready for March Madness, bitches.
I can't wait for that, man. March Madness, NFL free agency,
NBA
NBA
playoffs.
It's MLB
NFL
season,
draft.
NFL draft. So we got a lot of things, man.
MLB free agency at the
That-
same time as NFL.
Right now.
The NFL
It's
draft is
happening.
upcoming.
Right now, MLB.
So y'all make sure y'all make sure y'all keep an eye out for that type of stuff, and I appreciate y'all for supporting. And hey, if you care, you can subscribe to our channels, and
Please.
hey, hit the like button on today's episode, and that's it for me.
Bia? And
If
then,
you
what, Bia?
if you subscribe, I will get my hearing back. So please do it for me.
Please help out our
Hey,
poor
ring that
soul
bell.
named Bia.
I just
Go
want
to
you
our
guys. I
TikTok,
just want you.
go to our Twitter and give me my hearing back.
I just want you guys to know that LeBron James is 37 years old and he's dropping fucking 50 points.
Okay, I want to say one thing before you wrap it up, Isaiah. Isaiah, your new logo is clean AF.
Mm-hmm.
You want to show them since I believe that's your Discord one?
Well,
Look at that. Look at that cleanness right down there. Isn't it clean, Bia?
Looks pretty nice. Lakers colors, which makes it work, but and that
Isaiah, your camera's not
background
working for me.
cover is it's not PG. Let's just say that.
Turn it
You
on
think
right
you're
there.
happy his camera didn't work?
Mwah.
Mwah.
I beg your pardon.
I beg your pardon, no, but Isaiah, I love the logo. I'm excited for what you have. Besides March Madness, you got any Niners planned? Any, like, you're going to break down free agency for the Niners?
Baseball, only baseball, and baseball, and
Okay.
baseball.
Coming from me, you'll probably see a video about Jordan Love's future and what it means with the Aaron Rodgers shit.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, Freddie Freeman signs. I'm gonna post a video about me shitting and coming at the same time.
And we're now copyright claim probably, or something involving a strike. Thank you, Isaiah, but
Mm-hmm.
you got us every week with the piss off guns anyways. But yeah, we all have stuff planned. Hopefully be up. Post.
Free agency stuff
You better be ready.
in the next 2 years.
Okay, breakdown cutting Greg White left center line. But yeah, go
I beg
subscribe
your
to
pardon.
you heard me. But anyways, go subscribe to all of us if you haven't.
MG, anything else besides March Madness that you got to do?
Those Sixers, NFL free agency, Phillies opening day on my channel.
I gotta
Sure.
work. I'm gonna be working during the Brewers, so
Hey,
third game I'll
the
be
first
live.
game. The first game is Yankees Red Sox. So I'm pretty
Stream
hyped
it.
for that.
Don't be a bitch. I'll show you how to stream. Don't be a bitch. Stream it.
Maybe. Think about it.
All right, Dave. It's all you. You gotta stretch, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning in to another great, amazing episode of the Bin Podcast. You guys are the best as always for the ones that stick around, the ones that stay around for the entire thing. Appreciate you guys so much from me and to everybody else. Thank you guys so much. You guys are the best as always. And I'm your host, LA Faithful, signing out with my amazing co-hosts, MG, Hayden, and B-Hub.
I'm a depressed Cowboys fan.
Best pack.
And I'm a happy 49er. Till next time, piss off, cunts.